What's up, what's up, what's up? Cut from a Different Club podcast. Shout out to my boy D.O. We at KB's Billiards.
Yeah.
Got a special guest, man. Hometown hero. Doing this thing big, major in the athletics. You know what I'm saying? Pro basketball player. Austin Lawton.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on, man? What's happening?
Good, man. Good.
Yeah. Man, you doing major out here, man. You doing major. I mean, to be from a small town, you know what I'm saying, and to do what you're doing right now, that's very major. So tell the people where you from, man.
Born and raised, Utahville, South Carolina, man. If you from Utahville, you know Possum Town.
Yes, sir. Possum Town.
Yeah. So
Yeah. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, man, tell me, we can start from the beginning. Beginning, like who put that basketball mentality in you right there?
I would have to say my Uncle Bernard, man. Like, one thing about it was when I was growing up, me and him used to play like one-on-one, and I just couldn't beat him. And I used to wonder why, like, cause he was tall. He was like, I think he was like 6'8", 6'9".
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I used to wonder, like, yo, why can't I beat him? And I used to see the trophies, but you know, I'm a kid. I ain't really pay much attention to it.
Yeah.
But then, like, as I got older, I started to find out the things that he done with basketball, like how he got his jersey retired at Holly Hill Roberts.
Right,
He got a scholarship to play at Tennessee State. He ended up playing professionally overseas. Like, he was in Belgium. He went to other places. I forgot the other places he went to, but you know, I found that out later. And like, you know, when he passed, like, you know, I just wanted to be able to follow in his footsteps and you know, just get over that next level, like he did. So that was really that's definitely put it.
R.I.P. man, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Bernard and yeah, I remember Bernard, man. You know, so I understand. You know what I'm saying? He live on, legend,
For sure.
right there. So now you in the big leagues.
Yeah.
You in the big leagues. So how was overseas ball, man?
One thing about it is like it really tests you because, like, you know, they think basketball is just basketball, but like it's different styles. Like, you know, over here, you know, we have different styles, but at the end of the day, like it's really just kind of one, like it's American ball, like, which is why I think like the Europeans in our league now, why they're doing so well, because they bring their own style and then they excel in that. Like, I watch Joker all the time, and like just the simple stuff that he does that we look that we look at and we be like, dang, how you do that? That's just European basketball. So like, I had to basically like transfer my game, because like the stuff that I was able to do and excel in over here, like it helps over there, but you also have to learn their game and you know, be able to excel in their game too if you really want to be successful and have longevity into it. So
So I know about the Euro step.
Yeah. So with European basketball, you know, majority of these stuff are like pick and roll, backdoor cuts. You know, they have like a lot of Iverson screens. I think one of the things that I like the most, because I do it so much, is like, you know, which Jokic, he do a lot in his game too. It's like he'll post up, and while he's backing down, he'll go ahead and do that cross court pass to the corner. Like, you know, I think one of the reasons why it's so popular is because like it's an easy pass and people aren't going to think that you're going to do it. But while they so zoned in on you, they're not even paying attention to the guy on the opposite side, which gives him an open shot. And, you know, in the NBA, it's even easier for him because, you know, the courts is wider. So for him to be able to, you know, try and recover and stuff like that, it's not going to be as easy as it would maybe like in high school or college or whatever.
Right. I got you. Yeah, because the court's wide. Yeah, I got you.
So,
I got you. So, you mentioned college, man. What college you went to?
Excuse me. I went to Claflin University, man.
HBCU, baby.
Yeah. I went to HBCU before HBCUs became popular, for real.
For sure.
Nah, but all in all, like, you know, when I was coming out of high school, you know, my coach T, he was the assistant coach. He would come to like every Lake Marion game, and I used to be like, "Yo, who is this guy?" And it was like, "He from Clapton, man. They want you bad." And then I remember this was in the year when like we went back to the state championship. So I think we went to Mullins. Mullins was our last playoff game before Lower State, and then that's when I met my head coach, Coach Jack. Wow. And then after that, I knew I wanted to go to Claflin because I had to choose between Claflin and the state, which was real tough. But
South Carolina State University. Okay.
After meeting Coach Jack and talking to him about what he said that he could do for me, that was really the difference maker. Because when I went to speak with the South Carolina State coach, he was speaking on a lot of stuff that I could do for the school. And during that time. That was in 2014, so South Carolina State athletics, the whole athletic department, they had that
big thing going on,
situation with financials and stuff. So
in my head,
I'm like,
you ain't dealing with that.
Yeah, I can't. I wanted a full scholarship. So one thing about it, when I went to Claflin, my first year I had the red shirt, but my coach, he still said, your scholarship is still it's still intact. I made a promise to you, so that showed me right there from the jump that I made the right decision before I even hit the court, and everything else just fell into place.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt, man. And so Claflin you went to, man. So I love the HBCU schools, man. And it's good to see that, we have a pro athlete that came out of there, you know what I'm saying? And it can show all the other younger people they can go to a HBCU school and still become successful.
Oh yeah, because like when I was growing up, like a lot of, I ain't gonna say it was like solidified or whatever, but one of the things that was misconstrued was that you had to go Division I to actually continue your profession past college. Yeah, and like I said, my uncle, he went to Tennessee State. Yeah, I'm not sure if they D1 or D2. I'm not sure, but I think D2. Tennessee State is D2. Yeah. So, but they just like a high major D2. Yeah. But one thing about it was like, if you got it, they gonna find you. Like they gonna find you. It don't matter where. Cause like when I was playing, I played against this guy from Morehouse. He was really good. His name was Tyrus Walker. Okay. And he ended up going into the draft. He didn't get drafted, but he did get signed to the Westchester Knicks in the G League. I played against I played against some guys that played at Livingstone. Two twins actually from Branchville.
Yeah, I heard about them boys.
So I played against them, and one of them ended up leaving Livingstone, and he went to High Point for his grad year, and he ended up signing with the Westchester Knicks too. So like, it's a lot of guys that I know that's played D2 and they actually went on to G League or higher, and then overseas as well. So it was like I just wanted to fall in that realm of a guy that that didn't have to be Division I to go professional or have to be like in the big time stuff. Like like that's not a knock to the guys that did decide to do that, but every path is different, and I felt like my path was for me, and I just had to make the best out of the situation.
For sure, man. And to be honest with you, the world is a big place.
Oh, by
you know what I'm saying? So I can take being a celebrity in the UK. I mean, let's be real. Hey. You're a pro basketball player in the UK. There ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, people be tripping, but I mean, they ain't understanding.
Yeah, they don't. Like, one thing about it too is like, I just didn't want to be, I hate to say it, well, I can say it in a better realm, like, like we come from a small town. Right. I tell people that all the time, like where I'm from, it's like maybe 300, 400 people, if that. Yeah. And it's like, sometimes you can get comfortable in your in your area, and like I say, like it's so much bigger than Utahville. Like my coach, my college coach, Coach Jack, he was the one that really taught me that. Like we would go to different places and he would show me like certain things to be like, I understand you're a country boy, but it's more to it than them cows. Like he used to show you, there's more stuff to them cows and chickens that you used to down there. So like Like every time we go on a trip, like he was one of the guys that took me to my first NBA game.
Okay.
Like fancy dining. Like he treated his players well.
First NBA game. What was that?
Oh man, we went to we was in, it was Indiana versus the Atlanta Hawks.
Okay.
I don't know if, and I remember the game because every time I see the highlight,
Yeah.
I remember that game because like Indiana came to Atlanta because we was in Atlanta for we played against Morehouse, and then we had Clark Atlanta, so we was there for a while. So it was the game when Paul George and them came. Paul George was still with the Pacers, and they were losing, and he tried to draw a foul at the end, and like he was probably like 2 steps ahead of the half court line, and he tried to draw a foul, and he just threw it up, and it went in.
Wow.
Like me and my coach was sitting right there, we were like, oh shit, like he made that joke. But yeah, man, I ended up going to 2 NBA games when I was with Claflin, because we was in Memphis for a game, and we went to go see the Memphis Grizzlies play.
John Morant.
Nah. I was out of school.
Okay,
I think Ja graduated. Well, he got drafted after I already left Claflin, I think. Yeah.
For sure, man. That's dope, man. And so how tall are you, man? Tell the people how tall you, man.
6'9".
6'9"?
Yeah, I don't know, man. With shoes, I think I'm 6'9", but without shoes, I be feeling like I'm 6'8". I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
I started to feel tall like at the beginning, but then once I started going overseas, I started to realize I wasn't that tall. I started playing, like my first year, I had a guy that was 7 foot. Well, I was in the Netherlands, man. It was a 7-footer, but he pissed me off because all he wanted to do was shoot threes.
Oh man, you want to play the hole?
Oh, you wildin'. So then when I was in Greece, I ended up playing against this guy, Papagiannis. He actually played for the Greek national team. He was like, he had to be like at least 7 or 7'1", tall, like crazy. And then I had a teammate just now, my boy, Legend, Roberton. He's 7 foot, and I think it was cool because I tried dunking him every practice, but he just, Legend would not let me get one on him. I almost caught him one time, but I just couldn't get him. Yeah, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. So man, just watching your looking at the highlights and your stats, man, you're doing pretty well out there, man. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
So like, what's different in the UK culture versus the American culture? Off athletics, just a second.
Athletics. It's not much of a difference. I didn't see it this year. Cause one thing about it, the league that I was in and the caliber of players, like they allowed you, like if you had the skill, they allowed you to showcase it.
Okay.
So like if you were like a James Harden type of player where you wanted to go 1-on-1, they allowed you to do that. Like I had a guy on my team, he was a great defender and he was good at turning his defense into offense, so they allowed him to do that. I would say, if I had to pinpoint some type of difference, I don't think I can. Like, I think this was probably the only league that, like, you know, really translated to the American style of play.
Okay.
Honestly. Yeah. Okay.
So question, why are they ball different? I just want to know why they ball different. Like, you know, our balls got the stripes and their ball got that white line.
Yeah, they got those different panels, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but one thing I can tell you, it's a big difference. Like, it's a big difference.
That's why I kind of figured. I was like, why they ball different? Because even now watching the Olympics, they playing with that ball.
Yeah, so like, it's a Molten. That's the brand of the ball. That's the brand of the ball,
Molten.
Yeah. So I remember seeing the ball, and I remember before I went overseas my first time, I was like, you know, I was practicing with a regular ball, and my coach, he was like, nah, you need to start, like, order you an overseas ball. I was like, a ball is a ball, but like, it's different. Like, it's really different. I don't know if it, cause like, well, you know, like the NBA ball or like, you know, American ball, you know, like it's thick panels.
Yeah.
But then with the overseas ball, they got like mid-size, and then they have a real small, and like it's different. I can't explain it. Like you would have
It
to play
looked
with
different.
it.
I mean,
Yeah, it's definitely different once you play with it. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
yeah. So I was like, why they got that style of ball, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you see a tennis, ain't a different tennis ball.
Nah,
Tennis across the
hey,
world.
yeah,
Like,
facts.
you know what I'm saying? So why they got a different ball? Like,
I really can't answer that. That's a good question though. I can't answer that. I just went with the flow.
they went with the flow. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure, man. So, what are you? What your ultimate goal? In the near future, ultimate goal.
Oh man. It has to be win a championship over there.
Okay.
Like whatever respectable league I'm in, I gotta win a championship because it was like three main goals that I had when I first started out, and I struck two of them. Like the first one was like to be able to play in at least two different continents, and I was able to do that. I was playing in Europe, and then I played in Asia 1 year in Mongolia. The second thing was to have my daughter and my mother come visit me, and I was able to do that this past season. So like the third thing was me getting a championship because this is the only level left. Like I won a championship in high school. I won one in college. So overseas is the only thing left, man.
That's good right there, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, most people can't say that. I remember the year y'all won that championship.
Oh man,
for Lake Marion.
hey, we had a squad, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but we had a squad, but then we also had like the guys that done it before us.
Yeah.
Like they was in our ear. Like
okay.
Like this is what it takes. This is what you gotta do. Like just we had Coach Haney that was he was still coaching there, so he's on us.
Jeffrey, right?
Yeah, so he's there every practice.
Coach he came on my time.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So Coach Avenger, who won it.
He was my took.
Yeah,
he was in my time. See, you got to coach for, so they know how to win.
Yeah,
because they already won.
Exactly,
you know what I'm saying? They already won championships. So
they gave us a blueprint. Like like one thing about it is me back then. When you so because like I'm not gonna say that it wasn't hard to do it, but we made it look effortless to where it's like we started to get a little complacent. And when they seen that, they used to say something to us. 'Cause I know me personally, like I used to feel like if my coach was saying something, I'd be like, man, he don't know what he talking about. Coach Avenger pulled me aside real quick. Was like, yo, like you doing talking back? Like you don't know it all. How many free throws you missed the last game? But you know it all. Like certain stuff like that. And like that's what we needed. Like and we had some good leaders. Like we had leaders in Khalil, Mike. We had some good guys that just that we could we had a good group, dog. Hey, what I would give to play one more game with them guys. Man, oh man, dog. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like just that 2013 squad. Yeah, man. That, oh my God.
Man, that's dope. That's dope, man.
Yeah.
And the memories.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Those were some good days, man.
Yeah.
That's back when stuff used to be innocent, man. Cause shoot, you ain't had no consequences behind the stuff you did. We older, dog. You do something, dog, man. It's a wrap.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah. So anybody you see right now who in any small town across the world, man, what do you want to let them know? Like,
oh man,
like it could be anything, man.
Oh man. Oh yeah, one of the biggest things I would say is like, don't try to focus on proving people wrong. Like focus on proving yourself right. Because ultimately, like if you try to prove yourself, if you try to prove other people wrong, you're gonna be so focused on the wrong things. Like you're focused on, okay, cool, I'm gonna make them look bad because they said I couldn't do it. Like that's not the right way to go about it. Like if you go out there and you prove yourself right, like if you say that you're gonna do this, you set yourself out a goal, and you say that you're gonna accomplish that goal. 9 times out of 10, if you proving yourself right, you already proving the people that say you couldn't do it wrong. And that, like that was one of the biggest things for me too. Like I realized, like when I was in high school, like I wasn't always like I wasn't the best player on my team.
Okay.
I know if back then when I used to say I'm a play overseas like my uncle did, I've heard no a lot of times. I've heard
What?
nah you can't. Yeah, I've heard.
Damn,
I heard,
that's crazy,
yeah,
bro.
I heard you can't do it a lot of times. Like
Bro, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, by far. Like I've heard people say like nah that's not
We
possible.
just talked about that. Man, we just talked about how somebody can just try to stop you from doing what you need to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy.
Like what? It's the
boy,
crab in the barrel.
Boy, glad you ain't listening to nobody.
Oh nah, absolutely. Absolutely.
God,
like it's it's the crab in the barrel mentality. Like if some person feel like they stuck in the same position and they see you excelling, of course they want to bring you down or keep you in the same position. There's guys that's like that. There's people that's like that, unfortunately. But I was surrounded by a good group of people and good family members that told me that that you don't have to focus on that. Like one thing about I talked about it in one of my videos about Daryl. Like when I was in high school, Daryl, he was still stationed in Iraq, I believe, and he made me get an email, and he was emailing me all the time and stuff like
for sure.
Just
that's
small,
good, man.
yeah, like just small stuff like that. When I remember one time we had a family reunion and he wasn't able to come, and he was like, when you done with the family reunion, write me a 2-page essay about the family reunion. So right after that, like, I did the 2-page essay, send it to him, all because I knew he was going to give me something, right?
Yeah.
But ultimately, when you look back at it, or when I look back at it, like I realized what he was trying to do. He was showing me that, like, the basketball side of it cool, but it's other things that you need to be able to do just in case this basketball thing don't work out. Like, I got my degree. One thing about it is I appreciate it. Like I told my friend the other day, he's about to finish up and he's trying to decide whether he's gonna go overseas or not. And he has the option to leave college early or finish and stay and get his degree and then do it. I said, whatever decision you choose, just make sure your degree comes with it.
Yeah.
Cause like you never know what can happen. Like one thing about it, like, you can go over there and blow your knee out and be done. And you don't got that degree. Like one of the mistakes I made was I was in my I did my grad year and I could have got my master's. I was like probably like one semester or 1.5 away. Like I went overseas and I could have stayed in the master's program. I mean the grad program, but like the first semester, you got to have your grades right in order for you to play the second semester.
Okay.
I was like, man, I'm going pro next year anyway. I don't care. So I did my first semester pass, and then the second semester, I ain't even went to a class.
Oh man!
But looking back at it, like that wasn't smart at all because now when you look at it, and this for a lot of people coming out of college too, a bachelor's degree is darn near like a high school diploma now when it comes to these jobs. Yeah, like in order for you, especially with the economy we in now, in order for you to get a job that's going to be able to make you comfortable in your living that you want to have, you need no less than a master's degree or a master's. And it's crazy that it's like that, but it just shows like if you really want something, you gotta work for it. Like so,
gotta earn it, man.
Yeah. So that work thing, it may look like okay, cool, that's just for athletics, but it's just in everyday life, man. Like if you really want something, you gotta work for it. So that's always my message. Like, work for it.
Yeah, I gotta work. That's so definitely. If you don't work, you don't eat.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So top 5 all-time basketball player
in NBA, like ever?
Yeah. Your top 5. Oof. Ever. Your top 5.
All right, I'm gonna do about 1, 2. All right, so at the 1, I gotta have Magic Johnson. I gotta have Magic, dog.
Yeah.
Ooh. At the 2, Michael Jordan, of course.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. At the 3, I gotta put LeBron in there.
All right.
I'm a big LeBron fan. Oh man. At the 4. I gotta put Hakeem Olajuwon at the 4.
Okay.
And then Shaq at the 5.
Dang,
Yeah.
you a Lakers fan, must you?
Nah.
Well, I'm a Lakers fan.
You a
so.
Lakers fan?
Yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, you gotta think, man. I feel like every one of those guys was like the guy in the position. I think for like the three, the only other person that I could really talk about probably like Larry Bird that you might have subbed in for LeBron. At the two, Michael Jordan or Kobe. At the one, either Magic Johnson or Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna hear Curry or yeah, you got that old soul. Like you watch film.
Yeah, cause
you watch ball.
I can't put Curry at the one, man, because I feel like, okay, if your shot ain't on, then what else can you do? Like yeah, like you're not. Like dog, I feel like you gotta have more than one dimension to your game, man. Like I feel like he's just on the offensive side. People always say that he played good defense because he used to get steals, but you gotta think, man, those blindside steals, like he would come and pick a pass from a guy that wasn't paying attention, as opposed to like some on-ball defense, like Gary Payton or somebody.
Or so Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
Michael Jordan defense was on one. Boy.
Crazy, right? So like, I'm one of those guys. Like I understand, like it's more to just scoring. I think that's what got me at the position I'm at now, because like I'm not the best scorer, but one thing about it is like I can score. But if my shot not falling, I'm gonna go out there and get a rebound. I'm gonna go out there and block shots. I took a lot of charges this year. Like I'll take that charge. I'll sacrifice my body, but I'm getting older now, so I don't. I don't know about that charge. You taking charges now, though. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's what's up. All right, and so like, what's your far as I'll say business side, like I say like endorsements or any other.
Yeah, so like one thing about it was on Instagram, right? Like I realized that like it's a lot of marketing and stuff that goes into Instagram now.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think this past year was like one of the times where I actually like try to use my skills and other things to try and market myself, and also like basically like make money out of it. So like I do like reels on Instagram, like little funny reels that apply to like overseas living and stuff like that.
Yeah, I check them out.
Yes.
I check them out.
Hey, the crazy thing was I wasn't with it for real, but a lot of my friends, it was like, dog, you might as well try it. So, doing the reels, and then within doing the reels, like, I ended up, it was this guy in the UK named Elliot. He was trying to start his brand called Ball Hog, where it was like athletic apparel.
Oh, wow.
So like, I told him like, if you send me some stuff, I'll go ahead and include that in the reel.
Yeah.
Like, so it's him helping me out, I'm helping him out and stuff like that. So like, I think this year, like I'm gonna continue to like, try and build myself in the business side, because one thing I said, like the ball gonna start bouncing one day, and like you gotta have you gotta have an exit plan.
Sure.
So I think this year I'm definitely gonna like, try to like balance both, like, on and off the court. I feel like I'm at the age and the point in my career where I'm able to maturely be able to balance both. I also was on like, it's crazy we doing a podcast. Like me and my two of my friends, we was thinking about doing a podcast. I think we gonna do it. Just gotta see how it will work with them being in the States and me being overseas.
Man, it's technology now, man.
Hey, that's what they were saying. They was like, dog, all you gotta do is we do a Zoom call and we record the call. I'm like, okay. So just doing that. Because it's a lot of ways to like, just build yourself, build your brand, and market things and stuff like that. Especially I'm getting to the point where it's like, my daughter, she's about to be in kindergarten. She actually starts kindergarten Wednesday, first day of kindergarten.
Wow, great.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you look proud over there.
Gotta come out. Hey, gotta come out no pockets now, man. Boy, hey, man, the teacher sent a list home the other day. Like, mind you gotta already get the stuff for the student.
Yeah.
Teacher sent a wish list.
Yeah,
They
pretty
want,
much.
Well, can you bring this too? I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah,
It's a list.
Yeah, man.
It's a list.
We ain't had that list when I was in school.
No,
You bring some pencils, erasers, and crayons, you good.
Yeah, they got a list now.
Oh,
you gotta bring hand sanitizers, tissue,
yeah.
towels.
Like what?
Yeah, this is a whole list now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, for sure. And so that's good that you say that. You know, you gotta have a game plan outside of that. You know, just like we talked about earlier, man. About the sport drink, man. We got cooking up, and like I said, I did that. I want to do that in your honor, and you know, me and my bro was talking like, once we figure out the price points, we'll let you know. That way you can get a percentage off each bottle being sold. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate
that's how
it, man.
we gonna do it, bro.
I'm tell you like this, dog. My dog BT from Cross, man. BT from Cross. He had
BT.
Yeah, he had an energy drink when he was in the Netherlands, man. I played against him my first year too, right? Yeah, so goddamn VT, he played for this team called Donar.
Okay.
And shout out to VT and John Dre, man, because like those was the guys that I seen when I was in high school that was from a small town and made it overseas playing basketball. Like I seen football, like guys from OW and stuff like that. But basketball, I never really seen somebody that I could actually have access to that made it.
Right.
So like shout out to them guys. Like when I was starting off and during my career and stuff like that, like
man,
tremendous advice. Like anytime I need to call them or text them and stuff like that, they will always respond quickly and stuff.
Okay.
But back to VT, man. VT was in Donar. They made him a sports drink in Donar in the Netherlands, dog. He really had an energy drink.
Yeah.
Like face on the side and all, name and stuff.
Yeah.
Selling that joint in the stores. I said, damn, that's crazy.
Well, that's what we plan on doing.
I got me a drink, VT.
No, that's what we plan on doing. You know, we plan on selling in stores, and we plan on what do you call it? It's an energy water.
Yeah. So
it's not an energy drink.
Oh yeah, so
it's natural.
It's right before the game.
Yeah, it's energy water. So it's like
good.
It's water. Got the vitamins in it.
Oh yeah.
It's not like I said, when we get it all together, packaged and all that, we're gonna let you go out there and try them out.
We lit.
Yeah, for sure, man. Sure. And you know, that was the go-to, because the original flavor is lemon lime, but then I wanted to every other flavor have a athlete to that flavor.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So that mango, I thought would have been
dope. Match the jersey.
Well,
and stuff.
Actually, the mango you gonna like the mango. That's why. The mango is a real good flavor.
Oh yeah,
beside the lime.
So wait, hold on. I gotta ask you one then. Hold on, let me ask you this, right? Because since you grew up in that Holly Hill Roberts time, let me ask you this, right? So any of the Holly Hill Roberts teams that won the championship, or that late man 2013 team that won the championship, who you think win? Cause this is always on Facebook. You on Facebook?
Who I think win?
Yeah, I know you see it. I be staying away from it.
All right. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. Holly Hill was 3A.
Yeah. Oh man, I already know where you going there.
See, you see where I'm going?
Yeah.
You see where I'm going?
Absolutely. I see where you're going. It's fine. I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
Like
So they played bigger schools at the time.
Absolutely. They did.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm shocked that, I mean, it's good that they coach y'all and that they give back like that, because it was Ricardo who was in that. I think his name Ricardo. Yeah, Ricardo. I think Coach Thomas' nephew or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Man, them boys in the championship game, man. Man, them boys dropped 30. That man dropped 30 in the championship game.
Hey.
But the thing is, I'm like, after that,
Khalil did too. Khalil dropped 33.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, hey.
You guys cuz, right?
For real, Khalil?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hall is it?
Oh,
Yeah, you right. Yeah,
yeah.
Hey, he still got it too, cause we had a little open gym at Holly Hill Roberts. I would say probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and like he still can get up and down the floor.
Man,
a lot of guys still can, honestly.
I'm much older, so we end up meeting each other for the first time on the job, bro. Working right next to each other. He was like, "Man, I was wondering who last name Hall in here." He saw my name on the board or whatever, and he was like, "Man, I was wondering if that was my cousin." I was like, "Yeah, we cousin." and then I knew he had the skills.
Oh yeah.
So we used to talk about it all the time. And then he finally came, and I was like, man, won't you play ball? I don't care if it's a junior college or whatever. Yeah. And then one day he came and said, "Man, I signed up to go to junior college, bro." I was like, "For real?"
Oh yeah, that's when he went to Olney.
And I was like, "Dang, that's good, man." You know what I'm saying? That he done that,
Yeah, man. Because one thing about it, man, because I remember he was telling me like, he wanted to go to school for it and stuff like that. And I told him the same thing that I was thinking too at the time. Like, of course we get to continue to play basketball, but when you think about it, dog, we about to get a free education. Like, that's the biggest thing about it, dog. Because like, you got the skills to go ahead and get a scholarship and stuff like that, but you got a degree. Like, and you helping your parents out because they don't have to come out of pocket as much. Like, one thing they say about Mike is like Mike went to Clemson, made it to the league and stuff like that. But a lot of people don't focus on the fact that, okay, cool, he graduated early. That's big. For you to be able to play football, you training darn it all year. Like, they got spring training. Yeah. They did during the summer. They start in the fall. They basically like year round for real. And still like be able to be top notch in your sport, athletic, and then still academics. Be able, So like that's one of the things that like gets overlooked a lot. But that goes back to what I was saying, like with Daryl, like he was saying, like of course you could be the guy on the court and stuff like that, but shoot, you gotta be the guy in the classroom. Yeah. So. Yeah, man, and you giving that conversation to my two sons, man. Yeah, man. And so they get to hear that from somebody other than me, because hearing it from me sometimes it's like my daddy just telling me this. Oh yeah, but versus hearing it from somebody who's already at that level. Did it, you hearing it from somebody at the level. Yeah, you need that school. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing good, but I want them to continue. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta stay consistent with it. Yeah, for sure, man. And then I gotta tell one more thing to the high schoolers too, right? If you're looking to go ahead and play sports collegiately and stuff like that, if you're starting out, if you already through it, wherever you at in your point, always remember about the core GPA. Know that it's more than one GPA, because that's one of the things that messed me up when I was coming out of high school. So they have a core GPA and a regular GPA, accumulated GPA. Okay. So the accumulated is like all, like basically your whole GPA for like classes, electives, all that stuff, like gym class, art, all that. But the core GPA is like your English, your math, science, history. Like that's just one GPA by itself. Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't find that out until I was in South Carolina State coach office, and he was like, your GPA ain't high enough. I like, what you mean? I had a 2.6. I'm good enough to cause you need it. I think at that time you only need a 2.3. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I'm good. What you talking about? He's like, yeah, your accumulated GPA is good, but your core GPA is not. I was like, what my core GPA is? He was like, it's 2.1. Because at that time, I win state championship. I'm making enough grades to get by. Yeah. Instead of like actually excel. So I'm like, what you mean? So he told me, he was like, nah, the core GPA is these 4 classes, and yours is a 2.1. I was like, well, what that mean? He was like, you'll be ineligible for your first year. So that's why I had to end up redshirting, because I was ineligible. Oh. Yeah, so like the accumulated GPA, I wouldn't even focus on that, because 9 times out of 10, you're gonna pass your electives anyway. Yeah. So if I was you, if I'm an athlete, no matter what sport you in, if you're in high school, focus on that core GPA so you can make sure that it's above. Go to your guidance counselor. Whatever you need to do, just check out ask them what your core GPA is and figure it out. And ask them if it's too low. You need to ask them what you need to do to make sure that you get it high enough to where you don't have to red shirt. You're not ineligible, any of that stuff. So
man, that's jewels right there.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people. Neither.
Yeah, I swear, bro. I didn't hear that, John, either. I was like, a core GPA? What's a core GPA? I thought it was just one.
Yeah. You just telling me something, man. You dropping jewels right there. That I know these high schools don't know that. These high school players don't know that.
A lot of them don't. Like when I said a core GPA, I remember I talked to one of my friends. He's coaching now. He's coaching at high school, and I said the same thing about make sure you focus on your core GPA. It was like, core GPA, what you talking about? Like they just thought I was talking about regular GPA. I was like, nah, see. Like, and that's one thing we don't, I think that they need to start focusing on that. It's like, you know, like when it comes to the coaches or like, you know, the ADs and stuff like that. Cause I didn't know about it, and I'm not putting the blame on anybody. Cause at the end of the day, if I would have handled my business, I wouldn't have even had to worry about it. But we definitely gotta be aware of that. Cause that right there can be the cost of somebody from a small town being able to go and do some great things,
right?
All because of a core GPA.
All because of core GPA.
Like I had a teammate, I ain't gonna disclose his name, but like one of the reasons that he had to leave and go to a different school was because, you know, he had to do certain things for his grades and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now he's playing in the G League right now.
Okay.
So that little thing right there could have messed up a big deal for him just because his grades.
Yeah.
So like, that could
I tell, I had this. It's a misconception of players. People thinking these players just getting pushed up.
Oh.
And I try to tell them, I said, no, bro. These guys are actually smart. These boys are studying, man.
Yeah.
It ain't no, oh, you good, you just talented. I'm gonna pass you anyway.
That is not happening.
I know, see what I'm saying? Hey, look, man, I'm literally on like, you know, talking to people and they be like, nah, man, you just good. They're gonna just pass them. No, bro.
You think that if
no, bro. Hey. I tell them, I say, no. These guys are actually studying. Them boys is going in and they passing these classes, man.
You got to, because one thing about it, because if a teacher teach you that, like, okay, cool, because of my talent, I'll be able to get by, then they not doing their job, because now when you go into the real world and stuff like that, you're going to think because you hold a certain status and stuff like that, you're above the law. Yeah. And that's why a lot of people get in trouble. So like, you know, teachers that hold their students accountable, no matter whether you are a student or a stellar athlete, it don't matter. Like that teaches you a lot right there. So
yeah, man.
Yeah, you better pass the classes, man. Don't think just because you get like 5 touchdowns on a Friday night, she gonna pass you, boy. You better get those grades right.
For real.
I ain't lie.
For sure, man. Yeah. Man, I'm telling you that. Our cousin.
Yeah,
Khalil Dad.
Did not walk because of his grades.
Dang.
Yeah.
You imagine all them years of school.
Yeah. That's our cuz, man. He good.
In the whole thing, you will get it.
He good.
Nah, crazy thing is,
football.
He good. I'm talking about.
Basketball. You played all.
I watched him run down somebody from the other end of the field. Before he got to the touchdown, he made it was an interception, something like that, and he walked him down.
Yeah.
Walk him down. I'm fast.
And see, that's the thing I'm talking about. Like, just that little small thing right there, just your grades. Like, that jump, it go together, man. Like, you cannot be a stellar athlete and not have the grades and think that you're going to be able to continue to go on. Because one thing about it, like I told your son, is like, a coach gonna look at your highlight tape, and then he's gonna be like, well, how his grades look? He got 75 in science. He lazy.
Right.
Because he could easily get that to an 80 or 85 or higher, you know, like they're gonna think you lazy just because of that.
Right.
or like you don't give your all,
You don't give
because if
your
you
all.
really want to succeed on the court or on the field or whatever, you gonna show it in the classroom.
That's what I was talking about. We talked about it last night, man. We had a conversation about building character. All of that stuff like that builds your character.
Yeah.
Because it shows that you're not lazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're gonna if you're a go-getter in this football field or academic, you're gonna be a go-getter with everything you do.
Yeah, by far.
Because it's like I already done built a character. I know what it takes. I know what works.
Yeah.
I know we gotta go in here, get in here early. I know we gotta do this XYZ. I know we gotta come as a team to make this work.
Yeah.
And if a person took shortcuts all their life, they're gonna always look for that shortcut.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's a fact.
I ain't saying that there's some people win that take shortcuts. Nah. Hey, look, that's what I say. There's some people get lucky that take the shortcuts.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna even hold you like.
But it come back and bite them.
They come back. They come back and bite them,
Yeah.
man. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying. And but it's, you know,
you gotta respect the game.
yeah.
Yeah. If you cheat the game, man, the game gonna cheat you back.
Yeah,
It's a fact. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah. So, man, you know, long we keep putting in that work and grinding, and you know what I'm saying, doing what we gotta do, we gonna be in the game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And we gonna hang in the game.
Yeah. No matter where you from.
No matter
whether you from a town of 300, it don't matter. But
300, yeah.
You gotta push that message, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I know when you tell people, man, where you from, they be like, where is that?
Oh man. Hey, we did a Q&A with the fans this season. I remember they asked me how is the difference between Manchester and Utahville. I said, I mean, it's a big difference, because you gotta think Manchester is a city.
Right, Manchester's a big city.
Yeah, like it's a big city. I was like, you gotta think, like my town really small. Like we don't got no street light. They was like, oh. And then I was like, yeah, like my town, like I come from a town of 300. They was like, oh. Like they was like, dang, he really a small country town guy. Like, yeah, like.
Yeah.
Like people, I tell them Utah, they be like, Utah what? I was happy though, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Cause one thing about it, like when you play and they have the commentators for games, like, you know, the other countries I was in, they spoke their language, like Dutch and Greek. Couldn't understand it. My mom was so happy this year because, you know, they speak English over there. When she watched the game, she could hear everything they said.
Yeah,
I remember I was shooting a free throw, and they was like, you know, Austin Lawton out of Utahville, South Carolina. I was like, dang, he said that joint right.
Yeah.
Too. I was like, hey, he got it right. Hey, I had to fire, bro, dude. I had to tell her, I was like, hey, man, you.
Yeah, because everybody, people don't get it right.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you that guy, bro.
Etowah.
Yeah.
Etowahville.
Utahville.
Yeah.
What? I was like, hey, he said Utahville. I still got that clip right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I actually had it at the beginning of my highlight tape. Cause that was big, man. You know, to be able to go into a different country and like, you know, like Utahville, it's not one of those things. Like if I, like you said, if I go somewhere and say about Utahville, they'll be like, where it's at. Like even people in the States, like they ask me, where's Utahville? I'll be like, oh, it's like dead center between Charleston and Columbia.
Yeah.
Bro. Like,
that's how we gotta explain it.
Yeah.
or Santee.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, you know, 95, the town that 95 run through with Santee. Oh yeah. Yes,
most
like
people know
like
Santee.
15 minutes from there.
Yeah,
but
for sure, man. That's
Yeah.
what's up, bro. Like, man, well, I'm happy to have you here, man.
word,
To
man.
let you know, to let the people know, and to showcase our talent that we got in the community. You know, I started that podcast for this reason. To showcase what we have in. I mean, eventually I want to go bigger and broader.
Of
But
course,
you know what I'm saying? The start of it is where we at. You know what I'm saying? And to showcase that we got talent that come from here. Because which I was gonna do on a segment, if I list all the people that come from South Carolina, the celebrities and the stars that so much people overlook.
yeah.
You know, and because they don't think we come because we move other places.
Yeah.
So they don't be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? They don't think about it, say, he's from South Carolina.
Yeah.
You know, I'll give you a prime example. They always say James Brown, but not knowing James Brown from South Carolina. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy,
Not knowing, Viola, well, most people know Viola Davis. What's the boxer? Joe Frazier.
He from South Carolina?
Yeah.
So you just gave me
You know what I'm saying? Teddy, a singer, Teddy Pendergrass.
He from South Carolina?
Yes.
My mom loved Teddy Pendergrass.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Boss.
Yeah, you
She
know what I'm
loved
saying?
Teddy. Hey, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like when I was in high school. I didn't know that Kevin Garnett was from South Carolina. Malden. Ray Allen didn't know he was from here.
Yeah.
God, I knew about Jermaine O'Neal because
Jermaine, Columbia.
Yeah.
So I remember that's who Harry had played against. I remember that game.
For real?
Yeah. Al James. Yeah.
I know that was tough.
Yeah, it was tough.
No, that was tough.
What do you mean? That was tough. They both went to the league.
Yeah.
But Jermaine went straight to the league.
Yeah. And Harold
went to college.
Yeah, he went to Clemson. He went to Clemson, right?
Yeah, he went to Clemson. He's a good friend. He was, he's still a good friend to me. You know what I'm saying? We see each other, always love. But he went to Clemson, and Jermaine O'Neal went straight to the NBA. He was that good. I watched that game, man. He was giving him the business all night. All night.
Hey, they say he was tough. They say he was so tough, dog.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
Because he was tough.
Not only them boys had skills, man. Them boys used to talk so much trash back then.
Oh yeah.
Them boys used to be so rough and aggressive.
And back it up too.
Man, I'm telling you.
Back it up. Oh,
elbow. Everything. Like, you gotta, them boys were nasty with it, man.
That's why they say Holly would have beat us. They said we were too soft.
Yeah, that's what they said. Okay,
yeah,
so I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they said we were too soft.
Yeah.
Too. When I was in high school,
that's what they said?
I was type soft when I was in high school. I'm not.
You would take a charge?
But now,
yeah.
No, I don't care. You're not messing with me now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean,
but hey, man, I gotta give my flowers to you, man, because like you using your platform to like just bring out the people that from your community and give them a voice. Like,
sure.
Like I gotta give you your flowers, man.
Appreciate
I'm thankful that you had me on here, because there's a lot of things that like that needs to be heard, not only from me but other people, but they don't have the platform or the way to actually do it, and you're the one that's providing that. So gotta give you your flowers for that.
Appreciate
man.
it,
Keep
man.
doing what you're doing, and hey, the sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit, man. I want to die. Like, my whole thing was, there's so much talent that came through here.
Yeah.
Either whether it came for a weekend.
Yeah.
If you come in this facility in a weekend, I want that interview. If you, whatever it is that a person doing out here, and because I want to document what we got going on. Yeah. That's what it's called, documentation. And people can always go back and look at this video. Yeah. Because this Facebook gonna be around. This YouTube, social media. Even if it changed names, I mean, the video's gonna still be around. Hopefully, that's the plan.
Shoot, if we don't find it, the government will find it.
For sure. But of course, man. I mean, they controlling it. So, but like I say, I wanted to be on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever, TikTok clips. You know what I'm saying? All that. You know what I'm saying? So people can see what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? And see our talents. Because they look at the John Morants, they look at the Zion Williamson, but it's players they had to play against to get where they at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, one of my mentors from when I was at Claflin, right? He used to tag me and John Morant on Facebook. Like I think this was my sophomore year, and Ja was about to be a freshman, I think. Yeah. And he would always tag me and Ja. Like, I knew him, but I didn't know who Ja was. So like when he would tag me and tag Ja, I'm like, who the heck is this Ja dude you keep tagging me with? Yeah. Like, me and his dad real cool. His daddy used to play at Claflin and stuff like that. So got done. He played at Murray State. Yeah, I never heard of Murray State at that time either. I'm like, John Morant. Okay, all right, bet. So the next thing you know, I ended up graduating and stuff like that. Then when I hear the name again, I'm like, John Morant, that dude that Sally used to tag me with. And just to see how like he was just like, I mean, you heard the story, like, ain't had no offers, dude get hungry, get a bag of chips. Yeah. See him play, he go to Murray State. Ain't a big D1, but it's D1 and it's his path. Yeah. He make the best way out of his path. Sure. The best out of his situation.
Yeah, man.
And look at him now.
Man. Look at him now, man. Hey, look at him now because I just was debating. You know, of course, it was John Morant sneakers and Jordans. I mean, of course, my son picked the Jordans, but just to see that they got the John Morant sneakers there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, you know what I'm saying?
I asked somebody from South Carolina.
That's somebody from South Carolina.
Yeah,
You
they
know?
just came out with the second version, the second pairs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was waiting for them too. I'm like, God, dog, man, he done
Yeah.
had these job ones about 2 years.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah,
You about to drop the second ones?
Yeah, man, I might have to give me a pair of them.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely gonna get
this season. Yeah,
For sure. Yeah, man, and man, like I say, man, it's good to have you here.
Appreciate
We want you back again.
For sure.
You know, to get them updates.
Hey, when I'm overseas, we can do a Zoom call.
Oh yeah,
I'll
for
tell you
sure.
about all the crazy stuff I done went through. Cause I'm gonna tell you like this, man. On Instagram, if you look at me on Instagram or Facebook, yeah, you see the good stuff. It ain't all peaches and cream. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You really like you said, like if you really want something, you gotta work through the bull so you can go ahead and get to the promised land with it. Like, you know, I went through a lot of crazy stuff when I was overseas. Like I ain't even gonna lie to you, I'll disclose it because you know I'm glad that I'm actually able to talk about it now. Like I went through depression my first year overseas, dog. Cause I remember literally 5 months before I went overseas, my daughter was born. She was born March 31st, 2019.
Yeah. On
August 19th, I left to go overseas. So here it is. Now I'm in a whole nother country. I just had a daughter. At first, I'm like, oh man, I'm a pro. I'm getting pro, buddy. I'm good.
Yeah.
But then you realize, like, you know, you don't really have to focus on, like, you know, the stuff that come with basketball or being a pro. You have to actually focus on being a pro. And I wasn't mature enough for it yet. So, like, you know, I had to really just turn my stuff around to where it's like, okay, cool, I got to focus on my craft and this and that. And then, like, you know, just being over there, the type of people I had around me, the relationship I was in, it was a lot of stuff that just was compiling on that where I was not happy, dog, to where it's like, it was difficult. Like just being over there, you in a room by yourself. Like you literally, you go to practice, come home, and you just in the house for the rest of the day, unless you choose to go out to do something, which 9 times out of 10 you ain't gonna do. You're gonna use all your energy all day. So I was depressed and I got out that junk. Like I really just sat down, I focused on myself, I focused on the things that make me happy, like focus on my family, the things that's gonna, like, you know, that help me better myself as a person. And once I was able to better myself as a person, everything else fell into place. Like I gained a great relationship with God. That's one thing that I preach now a lot. Like, you know, a lot of people, like when I post certain things about God and stuff, like when I do my Instagram captions and I incorporate God into it, I know I'll probably be getting some eyes like, man, you just saying that junk. But nah, man, I really had to gain a great relationship with God and understand that I didn't come from Utahville to get where I'm at by myself. Yeah, I may have put the work in and I may have had faith in it, but in order for me to be able to take those steps, I had to follow his guided steps. And because of that, I'm where I'm at today. I'm thankful for where I'm at today. I'm thankful to be on this platform and be able to give my story. One of the blessed things that I could say is that a lot of these things that I talk about and that I do, it's not just for me. I say that because I know there's somebody behind me or somebody under me that can accomplish those same things. Like, understand that everything that you do, the only way that you're going to be able to accomplish those things is if you see value in it. Me playing basketball overseas, me being able to do certain things, that is all good and stuff like that. It looks good, but the value in it was me being able to put a stamp in my daughter's passport at the age of 5. I didn't have a passport until I was 22. She was able to do that at 5. She, like, if you ask her where she went, she'll be able to say, I went to Manchester, I went to London. I got to see the Tower Bridge. I got to see Big Ben. Like, you know, my mom, she was able, I put her on her first flight, like an international flight. You know, I was able to get a little sponsorship with these socks, these NBA socks, and you know I had got a bulk, and I was able to send my little cousin some.
Right.
Just a lot of things that you know hold value that you know a lot of people don't see. Like you know, of course, like if you look at my pictures and stuff, you might see the flashy clothes or something, or like I'm in this place and stuff like that, and it's all cool. But the things that matter to me the most is the value. And once you realize that whatever you choose to do, if you find the value in those things, it's not going to be hard to accomplish those things, because once you want to be able to accomplish those things for the people and the values that you have, it's going to be easier. That's why they say a lot of people's jobs are jobs because they don't love what they do. Yeah, they do what they got to do to, you know, make ends meet. And, you know, they got to do what they got to do, especially as us as men.
Right.
Like, it's a lot of things that I didn't want to do. Like when I came back from Greece, I ended up was it Greece? No, before I went to Greece, I went to Asia first. I was working at Giant Cement.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that.
Nah, for real. Right here?
Yeah, Giant Cement.
Yeah.
I had worked at Giant Cement one summer. Then I finally got a call to go to Asia. But when I went there, I was only playing for the playoffs. So, you know, that's not enough money to save. So right after I got back from Asia, came back, a month after I let my body, you know, heal up and stuff, I went right back out there to Giant, and I was working during the summer because, you know, my daughter, I got to provide for my daughter. I can't just sit here and say, well, baby, I'll be back overseas in a couple months. Just hold off. Her life's still going just because I'm on off season. So, you know, after Greece and stuff, you know, obviously, you know, I finally got back into the realm of playing full season. So I was thankful that, you know, I don't have to go back out there, but I'm thankful that I did go out there because, you know, that showed me like, all right, cool. If you don't take this seriously, you can easily get back here. You can easily go back there. Like, I don't knock Giant. Like, you know, I love Giant. I love the people that I met there. I love the relationships that I gained out there. But, you know, it was just...
I mean, basketball is way better.
So,
yeah, for real. So, we can do, we like you said, we do on the job, but we can do what you love to do.
Yeah, it's easy.
That's major. Yeah. So, man, you know, I would love to end it on that note, but because that was good. But is anybody, man, you know, else you want to thank in your life, man? That
Shoot,
helped,
I got a list.
Yeah.
Oh man, first off, you know, I gotta give thanks to God for everything He's done for me. Of course, my mom, man.
Yes, sir.
Dog, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I don't care what I would have to do or what I would do for the rest of my life or her life. It wouldn't be enough to repay her for everything she's done for me, man. Like, dog, my mom. I know we always say we got the best mother in the world, but man, to me, I swear I have the best mother in the world, man.
That's
like, you know, like just coming from used to be Miss Lawton's son.
I know him all.
Oh my God, that's how everybody used to recognize me, dog. Miss Lawton's son. Got to give a shout out to Daryl, man, Dio. You know, KBs, man. One thing about it, when my Uncle Bernard died, he was like my Uncle Bernard was like my role model. He was my hero, man. Dog, he was my hero, and like, you know, when my uncle died,
that was a sad time too.
Yeah, that was tough. That was real tough. So like when my uncle died, I didn't have that male figure anymore, and like Daryl knew that, and he knew the relationship I had with my uncle. And, you know, that's when I really start to see, like, he ended up taking and filling those shoes. Like, he did a great job. Shout out to D.O., man. Like, just small things he do. Like we talk about everything now. Like, stuff that helped me be a better man. Like, me being a father. Stuff with, like, finances and stuff. Like, he just gave me, like, when we were doing the book drive the other day, he gave me a book to read. And shoot, I just finished the book, man. I texted another day. I said, I'm halfway through the book, man. It's a good read so far. Yeah. So like Daryl just being that male figure in my life, still to this day, I'm 28 and shoot, he's still like a father figure for real. So who is a lot of people, dog. All my coaches, my friends, man, all my homeboys, you know, got the Fab Five from when I was in high school.
Y'all call the Fab Five?
Yeah, man, me, excuse me, Tada, Darius, Kids, and Jaquan.
Yeah.
Those are my guys that, like, you know, 4 of them I met when I was, like, I known them since, like, diapers. But Kids, we met him in middle school because that's when he moved down. When I got to college, I had my freshman year with my guys, Walt and Lee. That's the guys that I'm trying to do the podcast with.
Okay.
Then, like, my last year, it was my boy Alex and Trent went overseas. My first year was Key and Q. When I was in Asia, shout out to my guy K-Fish. He from Chicago.
Okay.
Went to Greece. I met my guy Ray. Teddy. I think it's his birthday. Nah, his birthday was yesterday. So shout out Teddy, man. Your birthday was yesterday.
Yeah.
And my boy Lace. This year I went to the UK. I ain't gonna lie, man. Shout out to the whole squad, man, cause especially Legend. Legend was my guy for real.
Yeah.
You know, Stamp, Jalen. Shout out Dom, our manager, our coaches and stuff.
Yeah,
you know, the rest of the guys, I don't want to forget y'all name right now. Like I didn't forget y'all name, but, like, you know, it'll be too much, man, cause that squad, we was real close. Like, everybody. Thankful to all the coaches. I said the coaches. Anybody that helped me during this journey, I appreciate you. To my family, my friends, my 5-year-old, Aaron, I love you. Wouldn't be able to do this without you.
Yeah.
That was another person that helped me through my depression, dog. If it wasn't for my daughter, understanding that, like, you know, I have a little human that depends on me.
Right.
So if it wasn't for her, that's about it too, man.
Yeah, I see the relationship y'all got, man. Like, just that bond when you was here with her, you know.
Yeah, man. Like,
you really a bad girl out here.
Yeah, bro. Oh man, I love that little girl to death, dog. One thing about it, my
yeah.
phone was vibrating. That probably was her. Yeah, man. Like, cause one thing about it is, like, with me being gone like 8 to 9 months out the year, like, you know, I make sure that, like, I get that time in. Like, it's a lot of things that I sacrifice just so I get that time in. Cause you know, those years where it mattered the most. So like, you know,
right.
I feel kind of, you know, I ain't gonna say feel bad that, like, you know, I leave when I do leave for the summer. That's one of the things I talked to Daryl about, because, you know, he experienced the same thing when he was in the military, you know, having to be stationed out. I said, yo, like how do I explain that to her when she get older? He was like, let me tell you something. Well, she gonna understand, because at the end of the day, you doing what you have to do to provide. And when you're here, you're making the best of it. So she gonna understand. So, like, you know, talk to her every day, call her every night, talk to her. So, yeah, man. I think that's everybody though. Oh man, if I forgot you, I apologize, because that was on the spot. But you know, y'all hold a dear part of my heart. If you had anything to do with me being in the position that I'm in today, I truly thank you. If it wasn't for you, I don't know where I'd be. I'm thankful for small donations to the big donations that you've had on my life, not just like monetary donations. I mean, donations of you, whether it's giving advice, giving a lending hand, giving a shoulder to cry on, giving me leadership, guidance in whatever problems or whatever step I needed to take in the right direction. Because all it takes is just a little something, man, and then, you know, like what they say, what's the saying, you know, the faith of a mustard seed, it takes, man. So, you know, God bless all y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, for real.
So, we about to end it on that note right there, though. Man, that was good, man. Come from a Different Club podcast. Shout out to my boy D.O. We had KB's
with it.
Austin, Lawton. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you came through.
I appreciate it, man.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Hometown hero. So, yo, we gonna see you again next season.
Oh yeah.
or the next time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And we out.